Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Hoosier Illustrated Game Recap. I'm Drew Rosenberg. I'm joined by Kyler Staley. Indiana just took down Harvard 89-76. Close first half. Indiana trailing in the first half, but really came out with some energy in the second half. They were led by McKenzie, Khalil. What do you see from McKenzie? His first big game of the season?
Yeah, I mean, honestly, this is the breakout game for McKenzie. He started off aggressive, especially in the first half, knocking down shots, and he was letting the game come to him a lot. And the Indiana team, they did a good job about running plays for him and just trying to get him going, get his confidence up. That's the main thing with McKenzie, and Michael Woods has mentioned it a few times now. The fans expect so much out of McKenzie. Right off the bat, he's got that 5-star tag, he's got that McDonald All-American tag, but you gotta remember that he's a freshman at the end of the day. It's gonna take time. The high school game and the college game are two completely different things, two different beasts. So it was always going to take him a little bit of time to adjust to the game. And tonight was that game that I felt like is going to take him to that next level. It's all about carrying on, building it, just building the confidence moving forward from game to game now. But this is a very encouraging sign for Indiana because it opens up a whole lot more or a whole lot new element to their offense. Yeah. So big game for McKenzie. Knocked down shots. Defensively, I thought he was pretty good. I thought he was pretty active on there. Wasn't giving up on his guy, wasn't giving up on the plays if things were going correctly on that end. But just overall, just a real big breakout game for him. And it's good to see if you're an Indiana fan.
Yeah, it seemed like Woodson went to him early, ran a play for him right out of the gate to get him a shot, and it seemed like he was really comfortable tonight. But the other big guys, Malik Renew, Khalil played a huge role tonight. Indiana had 50 points in the paint, despite facing a ton of zone tonight. What did you see from Khalil and Malik Renew?
Yeah, it's the new version of buddy ball, right? Those guys are playing really, really well together. A lot of Khalil's points came from assists from Malik. The high-low action, there was one play in particular that I remember. It was a great baseline drive to Malik, and instead of just going at it and trying to go after contact, he just let it up and you let Khalil finish it at the rim. But those guys, they've been the rock for Indiana this year so far. The whole team goes as they go, really. And the fact is that Indiana, they tied their season high in 3 points made at 4. The fact that they were they had 89 total points tonight, and most of them came from the paint. That's just incredible. It really shows you that, if the Indiana's not shooting the ball well, they're going to feed their big guys, and they're going to let them go to work. They're fun. They're a versatile front court duo, and right now they're just playing really, really well. It's very fortunate that Malik Renew, he exited the game a little bit. Very good that his injury doesn't look to be serious or anything, but those guys are playing really well, and as long as those guys keep that chemistry going and everything, I think Indiana's got a solid rock, for the rest of the season.
Yeah, you mentioned Renew went down, had a lower back injury, it seemed, left the game but came back. But there is some concern as Xavier Johnson, Indiana's starting point guard, did not play in the second half. He kind of came out for warm-ups, then went immediately back to the locker room, and then you didn't see him in uniform the rest of the night. What is the level of concern if Xavier Johnson's missing time moving forward?
Man, it's a hard question right now. Obviously it is concerning because he didn't get to finish out the game. He missed pretty much a whole, he missed the whole half, and then he missed, a lot of the first half as well. So very concerning. He did, like you said, he did go out, he tried to move around on and see what he could do, but it just wasn't working. He came out of the locker room early in the second half with ice on his foot. So I know Michael Woodson said he's going to go check on that as soon as the presser was over. So hopefully we have more info about that later this week. Indiana does have a very, very important game coming up on Friday with the start of Big Ten play in Maryland coming into town. So if Indiana wants to start on the right foot, if Xavier Johnson's not going to be there, you're going to need guys to have to step up. And, that goes with Trey Galloway, that goes with Gabe Cupps, and it goes with, CJ Gunn. And then you throw in Anthony Leal. I think it's worth mentioning he came in and gave Indiana positive minutes today. He's never going to, get the insane amount of playing time, that he would probably want. But when he comes in, he's going to play really, really hard. And that's exactly what he did. So you're going to have to look at guys to step up. You might be out for an extended period of time with the head of the snake. So it could be rough, but if you got guys that can step up for Indiana, they should be able to, hopefully squeak out some wins, moving forward.
Yeah, Indiana has 4 days between their today and their Big Ten opener against Maryland on Friday, so hopefully that should be enough time for Xavier Johnson to get back on the court, but we'll see. We really won't know, as Woodson tends to keep his injuries very close to his chest and won't share much. And as always, for Hoosier Illustrated, I'm Drew Rosenberg. This is Kyler Staley. Check out Indiana_FRN on Twitter, Facebook. Make sure you're subscribing to Hoosier Illustrated on YouTube and Spotify for all things IU athletics.
Yep.